I'm just going to start the recording a little, like a minute early, so it's ready. Also, what I said before is not true. I was just notified that we have the poster here for 15 minutes, and then that's it. So if people have questions extra, that's fine. Because the second poster session is a recording, and the third one is just a poster that people can look at on their own. So if you guys go a little bit over, it's okay.
Okay, thanks. Good to know, just in case. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you can go ahead and start whenever you would like, since it is now 4 o'clock.
Okay, very good. We are ready. Let me see if I can share the presentation. Just a second. Okay, very good. All right, so this very brief presentation, poster session, if you will, we did it a little differently since we have 15 minutes. So we've got a little presentation here about our magazine that we want to share with everybody, which is called the Clase Internacional. Of course, during the presentation, we will talk a little bit more about the name and why we came up with that. We are 3 of the members of the editorial committee. My name is Nico Wiersema. We've got Elena Jiménez here and Marta del Angel. There are 2 other people involved in this magazine who cannot be here today, but you will see their names anyway in a minute. We all work at the Tecnológico de Monterrey, which is a university here in Mexico. We are based in Monterrey, which is the largest campus, and we have about 20,000 students at the moment on our campus, which are record numbers. We're very pleased about that. And many of the students are foreign students as well. We get a lot of foreign students, mostly from Europe, from Asia, which of course creates this very rich environment, which also helped us get this idea, for this magazine. That's one of the many reasons. So, but we'll talk about that in a minute. We are also all part of the Regional Language Center and Language Department. We have campuses in Monterrey, in Torreon, and in Saltillo, so here in the north of Mexico. Now, let me go on to the next slide. Okay, so this is a little bit of information about the magazine. We have our ISSN number, so it's registered. And the idea of the magazine really is to share, as you can read here, the latest trends in language teaching in a context of global communication and interculturality. This is very important for us, and we try to achieve this through the publication of quality articles that contribute to the development and innovation of academic research in the field of language and culture education. Let me show you, if that works, the website. Can everybody see this?
Not
Yes.
yet.
Not yet? Wait, let me...
Well, the one you want to project, not yet, but still the PowerPoint presentation.
the PowerPoint. Okay, let me very quickly stop share and then pull it back up so that... let me see. Yeah, okay, so this is the web page of our magazine. It's we're still developing it. It's at the moment we are using a Google Sites, but our plan is to expand that in the near future to create something different. But in any case, this is very user friendly, very accessible. Everybody has access to this. And here again is the mission statement, which I just showed you, the team. We'll get back to this in a minute. Our contact information, which we also have in our presentation. I already posted the link to the presentation in the chat on WUFA, by the way. So we've got this here, our contact information, and then here a couple of the latest issues, the latest 3 on our front page. And then if people want to see excuse me, some of the earlier numbers, you can click here on 2014 to 2000. And so there we have our previous issues. They are all downloadable. You can read them here, of course, but it's very limited. So you can just click on the little pop out, and then you will have the whole magazine full screen, and you can download it as a PDF. And which is very practical. And then here we've got a couple of special editions that are related to conferences that we have organized here on campus, conferences related to language and culture education, of course. Okay, so this is the our website. I will now go back to the presentation. Okay, which we have here. Okay, very good. So that is a little bit of general information about the our magazine, and I will now pass the microphone over to Marta. Go ahead.
Sure. Well, first of all, we wanted to share a little bit of our background, especially for those of you who are interested maybe in studying something similar, or maybe sharing with us your academic experiences. So the faculty of the language department had shared experiences in national and international forums, and we thought it was a good idea to start sharing that with the rest of the academic community. So Elena came up, Elena is here, came up with this idea of having a magazine that could, put together all these experiences in different types of experiences. So we decided that we could help her out, Nico and I, and then some other people have come to this team that we think our mission, besides the one that Nico shared, is basically to be updated and be sharing everything that's really helpful and becomes handy for everyone. So as Nico said at the beginning, we started welcome foreign students in our classrooms, and we decided it was, a chance that we couldn't leave behind. And so we decided that our students were also able to share experiences, and we did it, in the past issues, because, that's a great piece of culture that we can share, and that's a great experience too, for our students, especially the ones that are coming to Mexico for the first time. So the name of Clase Internacional, you might say, why that big name, with 3 words, if you could only have in one and make it easy? Well, this is because we want to make it two-folded. It happens in an international classroom. As we said, we welcome not only English-speaking students or German-speaking students, but, all the people from Latin America that's coming to our campus. So that's an international classroom that we have, that especially those of us that have been in the campus for more than 20 years, we know that's, how everything has changed, and we have an international classroom. It's not only Mexicans, but, all these, enrichment of cultures together. So that's why the Clase Internacional, the international classroom. And the second one was, it has an international touch. Has an international touch because the authors, we thought, first of all, let's do only English. But as you can see here, we call international is not only English speaking, so that became, that came without saying, that other cultures needed to be integrated. So that's why the name, the Clase Internacional. So as we said, Elena decided it was time to put our teaching experience together in an e-magazine, and we made it happen in 2013. So it's been a while, and we're very proud of that. And I think this touch of e-magazine makes it available, as Nico said, for everyone, anywhere, that they can have it available. The next one, please. So you may say, well, that's diversity. Well, that came naturally. We didn't think of that. I remember quite well, Elena came into my office and told me, I have an idea about a magazine. So it was Elena from Spain and myself, from Mexico. And we just started, it started like a casual talk. And then later on, we told Nico, because he happened to be our boss and he still is. And so we told him about this idea, and, Nico is from Netherlands. So he had another, idea, and we put things together. And some other people that aren't here today, but, also participated a lot. And then lately we had Paolo Urbani from Italy, who also wanted to join us because of this international magazine. And so it came without being planned. It wasn't meant to be like that. But as you see, diversity came along because we had different ideas. And so that's why that's an international team. Next, please. So like I said, in other languages too, we said, okay, English and Spanish, like we decided that was the international touch. But as international students came into our campus, we decided it was time, for them to share. And as you can see, for example, those of you who have been here in Mexico, the people, that's called the Voladores de Papantla, those people that do it in south of Mexico, that's called Danza del Volador. We had a student, having that. And look at this, probably is not that big, but you also can see that we have mirror translation. So the student wanted to do it not only in his native tongue, which was German, but he decided that he would like to do it in Spanish, of course, with some the support of our editors here. So we did it, and as you can see, that's mirror translation, German, Spanish. And then also people, from France, they wanted to talk about their experiences with the examinations. And so as you can see, that's also in the native tongue. We had also those works that they decided to share. So we have other examples, but of course we won't go through them, but there are examples from other languages, Italy, Germany, etc. Okay, thank you. That's you.
Yeah, okay, sorry, I had the microphone off. Yes, exactly. So we try to include different languages to give access to like anyone really who wants to write for our magazine. As Marta just mentioned, we started in 2013, so that's 10 years. This year is our 10th anniversary. Very, very nice. We're very proud of that, of course, that it has lasted so long already. So here are just a couple of snippets from our magazine. This here is the very first issue. We've had some important people write for us as well that we're also very proud of. We got articles written by Randall Davis, which is this one here at the top, Ken Beatty from Canada, who works at Anaheim. We've got writers from South America, of course, as well. Here's the little, it's very small, but you can see the little Colombian flag there as well. And we've got people talking about different languages as well. So again, it's not only EFL, ESL, or Spanish, but whatever language. So if you are a teacher of Chinese as a foreign language, you also have a platform here with our magazine. Okay, let's continue. Next up is Elena. It's good that we have some extra time, I see. So go ahead, Elena.
Okay. Well, according to the description of a magazine, this journal, the Clase Internacional, belonging to the Regional Department of Languages, was published for the first time in November 2013. It was created with the aim of disseminating the findings of different research topics concerning foreign language teaching and interculturality, based on concrete experiences in the context of the language classroom. So all these experiences are aimed at all teachers interested in acquiring and sharing knowledge and experiences of the complex process of learning foreign languages, as well as skills that enable students to communicate effectively in multicultural context. So it has a number of ISSN and is internationally recognized. All the articles can be accessed at that link there on the screen. And the journal publishes 2 issues per year with articles written in English, Spanish, German, and French. Regarding its format, it is not really a journal with academic articles, but it is an informative magazine with pictures, titles, and subtitles, easy to read, user-friendly, and very accessible. It aims to provide teachers and readers with relevant information on research articles, literature review articles, and real experiences related to the practice of teaching language and culture. Among the main areas of interest, we can find language teaching methods, intervention and experiments, curriculum development and practices and their effects, language teacher education and professional development, cross-cultural studies, language and culture, cognition and pragmatics, new technologies in language teaching, bilingualism, multilingual education of any kind of language, testing, assessment, and evaluation, and finally, discourse analysis, language teaching, educational, psychology, and sociology.
Okay, like always, we want to know where we're heading to. So we'd like to share with you what we're expecting in the future. So first of all, you may think, well, you're already there online. That's all there is to it. Well, there must be something else coming. We're planning to do it through Facebook. And, you know, that's the social media, Instagram, you know. We're also getting the help of, we have this program at Tec de Monterrey that's called Becarios. Those are students who are having a scholarship and having like community service with certain academic departments. So we're getting there, and, you know, that young vision, you know, with social network, they're helping us out with that. We also started new topics because at the beginning we thought it was good and it was enough just to talk about language teaching and learning. But then we realized that community service has become not, I wouldn't say a trend, but I would say something that's mandatory in universities that's doing that social work. As a matter of fact, we already have a couple of articles on that have to do with community service. How, as teachers, even if we are language teachers, we're doing some community work. We also have, you know, a program with students teaching students, you know, those students who are teaching who are studying to become professors. You know, our students are helping out on the language part. And also we have, you know, for people who are with disabilities, we're trying to do some approaches to how it is to teach people and how the material, you know, can be adapted to these people, and, you know, being integrated in inclusion. Inclusion is also a key word nowadays because we're all together and anybody can perform, you know, any kind of a professional work. So we decided it was also about time. We have done it. As a matter of fact, we have had students with visual limitations and audition limitations. We never documented that. So it's about time to find those kind of, you know, articles that speak about that openly. So that's what we are trying to get the future. So that's up in the horizon, and I think we'll get there soon. Thank you.
So that's a little bit of information about our magazine that we're very proud of. As I said, it's been 10 years now, and we hope to continue, of course, for many, many more years. I will post the information to our magazine here in at the conference, in the message boards and so on, so people can read it. And if people are inspired, you know, based on what we just very briefly mentioned, you know, the topics that we would like to address, then they are more than welcome to contact us here at this email address, which is very simple: revista dci@servicios.tec.mx, and we will, of course, answer as quickly as possible. The presentation, as I said, is already in the chat for this poster session, so people can find it there. Also links and our own contact information, our personal work emails and LinkedIn addresses as well. And that's it. On behalf of the whole team of the Clase Internacional, thank you for your attention. I know this was very quick, a lot of information, but if you have a chance, have a look at our magazine, and please share the link with your colleagues as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mary, for your
Thank
comment.
you. Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Thanks.
I don't know if you have any question, Liz, or even Mary, you know, regarding the type. I'd like to add up, Nico, that also, in case you want to publish something or promote a job or whatever, you can also, you know, use this space. And if you're looking for teachers, remember that our target audience are teachers, so we can always, you know, let them know about some job opportunities could be too. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll end the session here for everybody. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.